Hey, cross trainers. Reading this passage and repping it out 3 times made me think about a time years back in a church when I prayed these words. I prayed that God would discipline us. And I remember someone coming up afterwards and just saying, I have never heard someone pray that prayer, asking God to discipline us. And I'm not sure what that individual thought of it. And that's okay, because as I reread these words today with you, that's a good prayer. Because it's not a prayer asking God to produce suffering in our lives. Like bring me the pain, God, that's what I want. That's not it. It's recognizing that we each have different types of pain in our life. Some is physical, some is emotional, some is spiritual, some is mental, some is financial, some is intellectual, some is occupational. There's different areas in our life where there's pain and there's problems. And that prayer is asking God to work in the pain and to work out something good through the pain. It's very much like CrossFit or physical cross training. There's pain in working out physically. And there is pain present for us to grow spiritually. And it's often through the pain that we grow. And so it's a prayer, God, in my pain, I pray that you step in and you work. You're bigger than the pain. In fact, Jesus went through the pain for us. And it allows you to work in my pain for, as the text says, my good. So that I may be like you in holiness, because that's the greatest good. That's what discipline's about. I remember as a child, I was disciplined a couple times. And I know you're probably shocked right now thinking, man, I was a perfect child. You see that halo above my head. Well, there's a few times, 2 or 3, that I was disciplined. And I remember one time that it was just me and my brother. We used to love to wrestle. We would watch WWF wrestling, WWE now I think it is. And we used to watch that. And then we'd wrestle in our living room. Our sofa would be the ropes that we'd throw each other off, and then they'd bounce back, and we'd act like we'd clothesline each other, or if we started getting really angry and irritated with each other, we'd actually do it. And then my mom would step in as the referee, and she would discipline us. She would separate us. She would have us think about things, because I think she saw something happening in us. At least in me, I'll speak of my heart and my anger that was building and coming out. I remember another time where that same brother that I wrestled with, we had in our old farmhouse wallpaper going up throughout the house, but going up the stairway. And I remember seeing one time my brother taking crayons and marking up, running up and down the stairway, marking up the wallpaper. And it was like that for years. And then my mom finally changed it out. And I looked up to my brother. I thought, man, I want to be just like him. And so I took crayons after she replaced it and ran up and down. And that was not a great thing to do, right? It was destructive, not only to me, but to others, to the house. And so today, this is the point of discipline that I look back and I see. And as I parent and discipline as a dad, my own children, which is what this text says. It shows you have sons. It shows you have children. Because we're called to raise each other up, to raise our children, and to show them what's destructive in them, and to show them what's destructive to others for their good and for the good of others. That's discipline. God, discipline me. Work in my pain to produce something good. Your holiness, so that I can become like my brother Jesus. And so today I'm just going to ask you to really reflect on what needs to be detached from your life so that you can attach more to Jesus' life. What needs to be detached that is unholy so you can attach to becoming like Jesus in holiness? Maybe it's anger. Right? Maybe you're just angry about something. There's a lot of anger in our culture right now. What is just irritating you where you don't see how you irritate others? That maybe you're causing someone else to be angry. When we're angry, it's just everyone else, right? And that's destructive, not only to your heart, but others. Or maybe it's just this dissatisfaction that's coming out through greed or coming out through envy. Like you're looking at Facebook and you're seeing how all these other people are going on some amazing trips, even in the middle of COVID, right? And that's just, oh man, I want that more than anything. And it's trumping your satisfaction that you find in Jesus or what you do have. Take this time today. In your pain, ask God to discipline you, to use that pain to produce in you something good, which is holiness, righteousness. Be trained by it. That's the request. Join me in that today. Blessings.